Good morning, children. Welcome to the magical world of mathematics. Today we will do equivalence. We are doing fractions. So today we will do equivalent fractions. Now, can you tell me what do you mean by equivalent fractions? Yes, children, I know that everyone knows what is an equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction is the same part of the whole. That means the equivalent fractions are of equal values, but the numerators and the denominators are different from each other in different fractions. For example, 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4 is equal to 3 by 6 is equal to 4 by 8 is equal to, and so on, are equivalent fractions. And they are representing the same fraction of a whole, that is 1 by 2. But their numerators and denominators are different from each fraction. So, there are two methods to find an equivalent fractions. First method is multiplying the numerator and the denominator with the same non-zero number. And second method, cross multiplying two fractions. Now we will first see multiplying the numerator and the denominator with the same non-zero number. How? By this method. If you add the same non-zero number to the numerator and the denominator of the fraction, it is not possible to get an equivalent fraction. We all know that. But it is possible with multiplication. This is true for any fraction. If we multiply the numerator and the denominator of a fraction by the same non-zero number, we get the desired result. For example, if we take a fraction 2 by 8. Okay, so 2 by 8, if you divide both numerator and denominator, you will get 1 by 4. If you divide both numerator and denominator by 2, you will get 4. So 1 by 4 is an equivalent fraction of 2 by 8. And the same way, if you multiply 2 by 8 by 2, numerator and denominator, you will get 4 by 16. So 4 by 16 is another equivalent fraction of 2 by 8. Let us take another example. 3 by 5. This is a fraction 3 by 5. So let us find out the equivalent fractions of 3 by 5. What we will do? We will multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 2, and we will get the first equivalent fraction of 3 by 5, which is 6/10. Next, if we multiply both the numerator and denominator by 3, then we will get 9 by 15. So 3 by 5 is equal to 6 by 10 is equal to 9 by 15, and so on. So these are the equivalent fractions, and these fractions represent the same fraction of a whole, which is 3 by 5, but the numerators and the denominators are different from each other. Now there is another method of finding equivalent fraction, and that is cross multiplying two fractions. Now the first step is multiply the numerator of the first fraction by the denominator of the second fraction and note the answer. And second step, multiply the numerator of the second fraction by the denominator of the first fraction and note the answer. If both the products are equal, the given fractions are equivalent, otherwise they are not equivalent. Let us take an example of 3 by 5 and 4 by 6. So what you will do, first multiply the numerator of first fraction, that is 3, by the denominator of the second fraction, that is 6, and the answer you will note down as 18. Now the second step, you will multiply the numerator of the second fraction, which is 4, by the denominator of the first fraction, which is 5, and the answer is 20. So the first answer was 18, the first product was 18, and the second product is 20. So 18 is 20, therefore 3 by 5 is not equal to 4 by 6. That means these two are not equivalent fractions. Now let us take another example. 2 by 3 and 12 by 18. So what we will do? We will multiply the numerator of the first fraction, which is 2, by the denominator of the second fraction, which is 18, and the product is 36. Now the second step, we will multiply the numerator of the second fraction by the denominator of the first fraction, which is 3, and the product is 36. So in this case, both the products are equal to each other. That means 2 by 3 and 12 by 18 are equivalent fractions. They are equal to each other. They are representing the same fraction of a whole, which is 2 by 3. So these are the two methods to find an equivalent fraction. I hope, children, you have understood the concept of equivalent fractions. Now we will practice equivalent fractions, how to find equivalent fractions, and whether the given fractions are equivalent or not. We will do practice. Keep practicing maths, keep loving maths. Thank you so much. God bless you.